Good morning, class. So today we're going to be doing our last day of a worksheet just like this. Tomorrow we're going to be looking at the points we created and see what it actually means. So today's objective is to generate those points. We're working with functions where each input has only one output, and we're still working with functional notation. So quick review of our steps. 1, you identify the x, then you substitute the x into the equation as well as the left side, the functional notation. And then you just solve on the right using PEMDAS. Last but not least, and this is the important one, we create the point. So the x, y is our coordinate. We were given the x, so in this case, x equals 1. And then we were created the y. So the x is the input, and we were given the output. So it'll be 1, 3. So we're using the idea that the rule that equation, so in this case, the 2x plus 1, oops, I'm going to highlight the whole thing, is actually our rule. And it's this rule that creates this input to just this output. And with this input, x equals 1, we can only have this one output of 3. Hence, it's a function. So the practice is similar to yesterday. I'm going to do the first 2, and you're actually going to do 3 and 4 on your own. So looking at number 1, we have f of x equals 2x plus 1 and x equals 6. So the first step, oops, I have a couple little mistakes here that I'll be fixing. So we have f of x equals 2x plus 1. So f of x must equal, so you should be doing it in your calculator, equals 2 times 6, which is 12, plus 1, which equals 13, which means my point is 6, 13. Oops, where'd my 6 go? So this input of 6 created this output of 13, which is this point. Next one is f of x equals 2x plus 1, and x this time is a negative 4. So I'm going to have f of negative 4, I apologize, equals 2 in parentheses negative 4, because either that it would look like 2 minus 4, but we want to make it 2 times 4. Add that plus 1 tail. We have f of negative 4 equals, remembering to use my negatives. Now I'm using my negative integer rules, and I highly recommend using a calculator. So we have 2 times negative 4 is going to be negative 8 plus 1, which is going to be f of negative 4 equals negative 7. Now for this, I cannot recommend enough using a calculator, and in today's assignment, I will attach an online calculator just in case. Because I am seeing some little mistakes when it comes to the integer rules, the working with those negative numbers, and let's just reduce those mistakes by using your calculator. A calculator is a mandatory tool that you have to use on the Regents. So going back to my problem, so we had the input of negative 4, and we have the output of negative 7. So negative 4, negative 7 is my point. You guys are going to be working on 3 and 4 on your own, and I look forward to grading them later.